melts the road to gold.
New faces arrive with stories untold.
The air is thick, but the dreams are wide.
South African hearts crossing the tide.
Safe in liberty's embrace, where the stars and stripes find space. Sweat rolls down, but the hope runs deep. Alabama heat, Alabama heat. They carry talent in battered bags. No corruption here to plant new flags.
From the ashes of crime they rise.
With courage burning brighter than sky.
The past may haunt,
But the future sings. Freedom hums on broken wings. Safe in liberty's embrace, where the stars and stripes find space. Sweat rolls down, but the hope runs deep. Alabama heat,
Alabama heat.
Alabama
Humidity hugs like an old ghost.
But here they stand, a living toast to freedom's soil, to the promised land. With calloused hands, they take a stand. Alabama heat. Alabama heat, Alabama
Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. Hey, folks, welcome back to the program. Chris, live in central Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining me once again. Busy, eventful day. Started out very early this morning for me at about 4:30 when I was up to prepare for today's election as judge of elections, and then was quickly greeted by a story which actually was sent to me late last night. I didn't see that from the New York Times. From their journalist actually sent it to me, so I appreciate him sending me that, but I didn't see it till this morning because I went to bed. But the Trump administration sent a message to the State Department, sent it to Congress yesterday, extending the number of South African refugees can come over from 7,000 to 17,000. So another 10,000. We have 4 months left in the year after this. June, July, August, and September. That means if they fulfill that quota, that will be 2,500 refugees per month coming over, which will just swamp the numbers that have been here already. It'll be more will come the next 4 months than have arrived here in a year and 2 months. Oh, a year, exactly, 1 year, 13 months. In 13 months. There will be more refugees coming in 4 months than the previous 13 months if they follow that. Botman says, you're a rock star. Keep doing what you're doing. God bless you. So thank you for the super chat, Botman. How you doing, man? I hope things are going well. I hope your interviews came out okay. And I did see your message about one of them. how the elections go. Very low turnout, but I expected that. There was no issue here. Let me. This is my I voted sticker. It's not looking right on the screen there, so let me put it over here. Maybe there you go. Yeah. So the voter turnout was very low, but that was to be expected because, I mean, really, this is the most abysmal turnout I've seen yet since I became a judge 5 years ago. There was no contested offices except in the Democratic primary, and this is an overwhelmingly conservative Republican district with 3 out of 4 voters, roughly 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4 voters being Republican, and therefore, all things being equal, you didn't expect to see many Republicans come to the polls, and they didn't. Normally, you see 3 Republicans for every 1 Democrat shows up at the polls in my precinct. Today, it was about 1 to 1 Republican for every Democrat, but the turnout was abysmally low. Of 5,400 registered voters, we had just 771 people vote. It's crazy. Under review and waiting. Also doing a search to go study. Okay, good. Okay, Botman, good to hear. Hey, Jody, what's going on? Yeah, so very low turnout, and they changed some things. We use electronic devices to track everyone, which caused a few minor problems, but nothing we couldn't overcome. But it is a long day, knackered. So, I mean, I was up and preparing to produce a video before 5 o'clock. If you look at the time on the video, that's not 5 p.m., at 5:12 on the video that I did earlier, which virtually nobody's watched, just 12,000 views. Boy, YouTube is really hurting content creators now, and I'm one of the ones hurting from it. Far more views for the same video over on Facebook than I got here on YouTube. And I'm not talking about 3-second views. I'm talking about actual video watching. Yeah, so very disappointing, that video, which announced major news in South Africa, which even News 24 is reporting now. So, yeah, and now law firms must be 50% black. Yeah, within 5 years. Yeah, quality service. Yeah, exactly, Xavier Gray. See, this is just racism on steroids. Racism on steroids. Well, they said it's going to cost $100 million to bring those 10,000 over here. That's a lot of money. Okay, who else got there? Utopi's here. Okay, Botman, $10. Oops, what are you doing there, Botman? Slow down. Where does Colonel get his energy from? From my DNA. It's just those mitochondria work overtime. Yep. Hey, Rita, what's going on? Good to see you there. Lana Faber, Vodka Model, Bor Blum, Lucinda Summers, Winnie Genix, Momo, Manu van Rooyen. Sure, yes, I did have a long day and I'm knackered, but I felt it was a good idea to come on and do a night owls before I go hit the rack. So a couple things. My John Kennedy book arrived, so I'll be reading this. It's pretty short, it's pretty thick, or pretty thin, I should say. So I'll be reading that when I get a chance. Yeah, so feeling so blessed after a year. See, being held ransom again by construction athletes, so ready to start this new life. I don't know what RFD means. Rudy Ruiz says, thank you for all the effort you're putting in. We appreciate it. Okay, all right. Okay. Slept well after hearing the cap was raised. Okay. Okay. All right. Ready for departure, says Jody. Okay. Oh, okay. Got you. Ready. I don't see. I never heard of that before. So RTD. So if you're wondering what I'm wearing an America 250 pin, which was given me by one of the voters today. It was nice of them. And then my voting sticker over here. I also have my name tag as a judge over here earlier, but I took that off. So, yeah. You see another demarche of an American bastard coming soon. For what? He hasn't said or done anything. Oh, you say it sounds to me. That's because I accelerated to get through a traffic light before it changed. It's a Chrysler 200. Yeah, it can sound like a sports car at times. It's yeah, when I hit that accelerator. Art Queen Liza's got the earphones on. Okay. Hey, Art Queen. How you doing there? One of my meet and greet visitors. There she is. Okay. Yeah, so lots going on, folks. The cap raised by 10,000, which... Okay, let me just ask you this question, ladies and gentlemen. Who told you not to worry about the cap? From the day that the Trump administration announced a cap of 7,500 for the world, 7,000 for South Africa, 500 for the rest of the world, who told you not to worry about the cap? For a couple of reasons. Number one, you have no control over it. You can worry about it, you can't change it. Number one. Number two, I said it will probably be raised or not just ignore it, or they'll find another way around it. I did tell everyone I told everyone who would listen, I told you. And here we are once again. No, Xavier, they can't see further than their own belly button because people are stupid. That's why they should wear signs. A lot of people shouldn't be allowed to vote because they're just that dumb. Yep, you never worried about it because you said not to worry about it. Yep. So there you go. Yep. Remember how apoplectic people got when the cap was announced? Remember that? People were like, oh my God, the world is... In fact, last night, one of my viewers was like, well, I guess I'll just give up because we're approaching the cap. It's all over. The sky is falling. And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Even if the cap is reached and they don't increase it, 1 October, people start coming over again. Yep, I called it again. Yep. Yeah, Lana, I'm sure I'll get something wrong occasionally, but I mean, see, this is the difference. See, this is the difference. Let me explain something, okay? This is the difference between people who go on social media and talk out their rectum. People who don't have experience analyzing things, who aren't professional analysts. People don't analyze things. And people who are, you've got people who are professional analysts, but they're not objective. They have an agenda. They're trying to push something. I'm not trying to push for more refugees to come over here. I'm not trying to push for less refugees to come over. I'm simply analyzing the data that's in front of me. And as an intelligence analyst, you have gaps, missing information, piece of information here. And you have to look at this and figure out all the permutations, what could possibly happen. And I told you the key to this is the Trump administration serious. Well, the actions of the ANC have only made the Trump administration more serious, lying about trade negotiations, saying they're waiting on the Americans. They never did. They refusing to listen to a member of the government and national unity who went back representing the GNU from Cornel Mulder, went back, and Ramaphosa refused to talk to him. And he was delivering the information the U.S. government asked for. Mocking President Trump at the G20. Ronnie Lamola going on CNN and calling Trump a white supremacist leader. Do they think there aren't consequences to this? Are you leaving, Lana? That was fast. I mean, honestly. And then the raid on Woodmead played exactly into Trump's hands. They're just stupid. Stupid. And, and they claim that they're always cooperating with the U.S. That's bullshit. It's utter poppycock. We know. I've interviewed an American citizen who worked for RSC in Kenya and was granted a visa to do the work in South Africa to expatriate Somalis and Congolese to America. The ANC had no problem with RSC taking those people out of South Africa and sending them to America. But when RSC tries to do the work to take South Africans out, they got a problem. And they violate the Vienna Convention. And they raid a diplomatic site. And then they dox a diplomat. The most egregious of offenses possible. All they did was play into Trump's hands. And so what did the State Department say today? Well, they said that the South African government is at every turn obstructing this program, which they are. And it's political persecution. They played right into Trump's hand. No, not Geneva. Vienna Conventions. Geneva Conventions are related to warfare and conflict. The Vienna Convention governs diplomatic relations. They're different grok matrix, not Geneva. Wow, it's unbelievable. Well, they can call Bozell in, and Bozell says, I have nothing to do with this. Brent Bozell has nothing to do with the refugees. Nothing. That's all you got to do is tell Durko, I don't have any say in this program. It's not me. It's USCIS and Health and Human Services. I don't have anything to do with it. You have been binging my videos and any other. Oh, wow. Thanks, Happy Chappy. I'm glad to hear that. Appreciate it. Thanks for being a member. Yeah, Ronnie Lamola has been very quiet. Yeah, probably because people realize he's an idiot. Every time he talks, he's like Fikele Mabalula and Guaido Mantasha. Something stupid comes out of his mouth. Yeah, so they played right into Trump's hands. I mean, right into Trump's hands. Let me find that CNN article. There it is. Let me see what it says. Oh, it wasn't the CNN article. Which was? Maybe it was the Guardian article. I can't remember which one it was. Okay. Thomas Massey crying. They bought the seat. You're gone, you turd. You're gone. Ousted by a Navy SEAL. I love it. What an absolute turd Thomas Massey is. Good riddance, just like Bill Cassidy. Ha ha. That's it. You scumbags hate America. Oh, no, CNN has a paywall broken now. I know. I had to pay for it so I could get into the articles. I'm looking for The Guardian. I can't remember which one it was this morning where I got the data from. Let me see if that's where it's from. One of them. Oh, that's not. That's a shorter story. Oh, yeah, here you go. Yeah, the State Department said the South African government's rhetoric across multiple ministries and political parties has sought to undermine the U.S. resettlement program and attacked Afrikaners. That's exactly right. They have not only committed racial persecution, they're now committing political persecution, which is what I said. I've been saying that ever since the raid on Whitby. Now the State Department has actually said that to Congress, that the South African government is committing political persecution against racial minorities. They played right into Trump's hand. They are fulfilling Trump's comment about white genocide. Trump claims white genocide now. Well, the ANC is just playing right into his hand, proving that they're into that. Cited a South African raid of a U.S. refugee processing center in December, which the government said was unacceptable. South African government defended the action, saying that it deported 7 Kenyans who were working illegally in the country without permits. And that's a lie. That's a lie. They weren't working illegally. They came there legitimately and then requested a work permit, and it was in process, so they were allowed to work. It was denied. They appealed it. The appeal was sent to the High Commission in Kenya so that they would know about it, so they could claim they're working illegally. They're fraudulent. Leon Schreiber, Democratic Alliance, Leon Schreiber raided a diplomatic site in violation of the Vienna Convention. No repercussions. By the way, the Democratic Alliance wants a forensic investigation of corrections because they say corrections has all this corruption, and they kept saying on the watch of Peter Groenewald, on the watch of Peter Groenewald. Well, on the watch of John Steenhuisen, the cloven meat industry is destroyed because this clown sat around for 2 years and took no action against foot and mouth disease. On the watch of the DA and Leon Schreiber, his agency, with uniformed officers on a national holiday, loaded up in trucks and raided a diplomatic site in violation of the Vienna Convention. Nothing illegal was happening there. Those Kenyans weren't there illegally. The Kenyans were pending an appeal to stay there and continue working. And the appeal denial was sent to Kenya, to the South African consulate, the High Commission there. How the hell are they supposed to know that? Total frauds, this government. The entire GNU, frauds. That's not all they have left, just another girl. They also have left to block your money from leaving the banks, which they've done to several refugees that arrived in America. Yep, Leon Schreiber is a disappointment. I didn't expect that. I expected more out of Leon Schreiber. Yep. Yep. So once again, the Guardian gets this wrong. Afrikaners are descended from Dutch and French settlers and ruled South Africa during apartheid. That's not true. Afrikaners are descended from Dutch, French, and predominantly German, plus an admixture of people from South Asia and from Africa. Yeah, but mostly those three. Yeah, once again, they get it wrong. Yep. Yep. So it was the Guardian article that had that information. Anyway, yeah, so fascinating stuff. My eyes are dry now because it's been up so long. Ugh, sorry. Utter poppycock, guys. I'm telling you, it's just utter nonsense. Foot and mouth disease. It's your white Minister of Agriculture responsible for that. He inherited it, but he took no action on it. Dairy farmers roiled out first, vaccinated cattle get infected because 20% of cattle in SA is undocumented. Yep. No, they don't care to get the facts right. They don't care to get the facts right. How do you think a name like Schreiber comes about? Or Schmidt? Vandermeer, Dutch. Duplessis, French. Huguenot. Got it. Okay? But these people are dim-witted. It's if you do research on Afrikaners, you do research on Afrikaans language, you'll know the ethnic makeup of these people. So they're just lazy reporters. Yep. Dim the lights. We could dim the lights, Natalie Heinrich. Hey, Quagga, what's going on? Quaggas are extinct, man. Glad to see you out there. Yeah, the DA is definitely sucking up. Reichel. What's Reichel German? What does that mean? What is Reichel?
Yeah, dim the lights, Natalie, it's time to vibe. Pulling moves so slick, I'm coming live. South Africa's groove, let the rhythm flow. Where the city lights shine and the trumpets blow.
Oh, Mr. President, do you know the way where the streets are loud and the people play? Ramaphosa's trip, oh, the mission fell flat, but the spirit's still strong. Now imagine that.
Dim the lights and let's paint the night. The world's watching close to a global sight. From the hills of Pretoria to the Cape Shore, feel the beat of the nation they can't ignore. Oi.
Oh, Mr. President, do you know the way where the streets are loud and the people play? Ramaphosa's trip, oh, the mission fell flat, but the spirit's still strong. Now imagine that.
It's a journey of hope and a story untold, where dreams are made and the hearts are bold. America may listen, but the mission's unclear. Still the rhythm of the land keeps the vibe sincere.
Oh, Mr. President, do you know the way where the streets are loud and the people play? Ramaphosa's trip, oh, the mission fell flat, but the spirit's still strong. Now imagine that.
All right, Natalie, turn the lights back up. There we go. Lights are back up. Yeah, you're right, Xavier Grayling. The amount of tender fraud it creates fictitious criminal millionaires overnight, yet the DA is attacking Peter Groenewald, who has identified fraud and is attacking it. Unlike the DA, have we heard of any fraud being identified in the Department of Education or Civic Garuba? We know there's lots of it there. Have we heard about fraud being identified in home affairs? A little bit. What about in forestries? What about in communications? Nothing. Agriculture? Nothing. Nothing. In agriculture, where they were going to pay 4 times the price for a vaccination for foot and mouth. But they want to attack Peter Groenewald. See, this is the problem with the DA. They're stupid. They're absolutely stupid. They try this nonsense the past 2 elections. Don't vote for small parties. And they attack the Freedom Front Plus. Why? If you're better than the Freedom Front Plus, then show us. Just show us. Just show us. As Early B said, my people are tired of excuses. We're tired of excuses. And don't tell us the DA gets things done. What has the DA gotten done? Bella, they got that done. NHI, they got that done. The Employment Equity Act Amendment, they got that done. Expropriation compensation, yeah, they got all of them done. In other words, they didn't stop a single one of them. No, Roxanne, I don't think anything will go smoother or faster because the cap has not been lifted. It's been raised. No, I don't think that anything will go smoother. I think that RSC is incompetent, and I think the USCS is making mistakes. If I could get all my unabridged certificates, then it's possible for almost anything. It just takes time. Orphan's got her. She handed it to me yesterday. So, okay. When did USCIS or RSC start asking for unabridged birth certificates? When was that? They weren't even required when we started this program. You don't need a birth certificate in America. Yeah, I heard that they said that. When did MK say they're doing away with the Constitution? Oh, colonial legal traditions. Yeah, MK is a dangerous thing. Parliament invited MK's controversial land expropriation bill. What land expropriation? What is this? The MK's private members' bill aimed to amend the Constitution to allow for expropriating land without compensation as far back as 1652. Bunch of racists. If we're going to do that, we might as well go back to land expropriation all the way back to 1600 years ago when the Nguni-speaking people stole the land from the Khoi and San. Yeah, the DA's sitting around like with a pot with the boiling frogs. Yep, that's exactly what they are. Hey, Peter Talliard. Yeah, I don't know why people who want this unabridged birth certificate. You only need that for a green card, and you can get a waiver if you make a good faith effort. Yeah, RSC is the problem. Agreed. Yeah. So the member of the parliament for MK is Zwanele Miani. We thought that by moving away from apartheid, we're getting closer to equality. But as we sit here now, there's empirical evidence that we're the most unequal society in the world. No. This wasn't about economic equality. It was about freedom. You got freedom. You got freedom to fail, and you're failing because you're useless, lazy shits. Yep. In fact, the inequality we have now is worse than the apartheid is, except you useless, lazy shits are in government, so how you got all kinds of money. Yep. Land remained highly concentrated in a few, and millions were landless. Land is not the path to wealth, folks. Land is not the path to wealth. Land is the path to wealth for a very small number of people, because you need a lot of land to be wealthy. These are what stupid morons who are communist pigs think about it. Oh, well, the masses need land. What, like in Zimbabwe, where they took a farm, divided up in 100 little squares, and some didn't have access to water, none of them had access to roads. They couldn't use the land. It was unusable. You morons. Stupid people should wear signs. And that's the MK party. Stupid people should wear signs. Land is not the path to wealth, except for a small number of people, because you need massive amounts of land. Particularly in South Africa, only 12% of the land is even arable. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Stupid people should wear signs. You know, Elon Musk didn't own land. He became a trillionaire almost. Bill Gates didn't own land. He became the wealthiest person on the planet. Warren Buffett didn't own land. He became a multi-billion dollar. How? By hard work and investment and ingenuity, not by stealing land from people. Idiots. Stupid, stupid people. I mean, really, they should just wear signs. They should just wear signs. That's the bottom line. Dumb people. Exactly. If land is wealth, then why is Zimbabwe poorer today than it was in 2000? I'll tell you why. Because 700,000 farm workers lost their jobs and they weren't given land. And 4,300 farmers are dispossessed of the most productive sector of Zimbabwean economy, which has never recovered. So these retards want to do the same thing because they're stupid. They're stupid, stupid, stupid. They really are. I mean, they're beyond stupid. It's shocking how dumb these idiots are in the government of South Africa.
Stupid people should wear signs, neon bright, so we can find a way to dodge their tangled mess, avoid their chaos more, say less. Wear a sign, wear a sign. Save me from your twisted line. Wear a sign, wear a sign.
Whoops. It disappeared. Yes, education is the path to wealth. But in South Africa, race is the path to wealth and connections. Because if it was just race, then there'd be lots of rich black people. There aren't. You can have good fertile land and nothing will come from it, and you can do nothing with it. At the same time, you can live in a desert and make the land. Yes, look at the Israelis with their kibbutz in the middle of the desert. They made the desert bloom. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Remember, the ANC wanted to put 1 million black South Africans into subsistence farming. How stupid are these people? Dumber than you can imagine. That's my voting sticker. This was designed by one of the school students in the county, and so came in first, and they designed that. York County. So that's I voted sticker. Yep, put it over here on my screen. There we go. Take this pin off now. Well, if Cyril's proud of what Zimbabwe achieved, then he's a dumbass. Oh, did I say that clearly enough? If he said that, he's a dumbass because Zimbabwe didn't achieve anything. All they did was steal. No, you don't have a government in South Africa. You have a bunch of gangsters. Yep. Well, they don't want you there, but I bet the Coin, Son, and Colors don't want them there either. ANC. Good morning, Mr. Magoo. How are you? Ooh, that rhymed. Well, this is a short one tonight, folks, because I need to get some rest. It's already midnight, and I've been running since 4 a.m. this morning. So, hey, Sedgefield. So I hate to cut it short, but I'm going to drop off here, go get some rest. I'll be back tomorrow. It's a long day. On Wednesday, I've got my program. Then I've got Ronaldo. Then I've got to go do performance counseling for the club manager for VFW. Then I've got to go plant flags in a cemetery for veterans. So and then after that, I got to rush back here to do my radio show tomorrow night. So it's gonna be a long day. So I need to get some sleep. Sorry to cut it short tonight, folks, but I did promise to give you a night owls, and here it is. Okay. So thanks. I'll catch you later. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done already. All right. Yeah, Massey's out. I saw that. And we already got rid of Cassidy. Next up, John Cornyn, Texas, next week. Oh, my goodness. Yep. All right, guys. Cheers. Take care. Be well. Hit that like button. It's free. It really is. Free. It doesn't cost you anything. Nothing. Should we do the car guard song before we go? Should I do the car guard song? You guys want me to do the car guard song? I can stay for that. I'll stay for that. If you want me to do the car guard song, just say. I mean, if nobody wants to hear it, that's fine. I'll skip it. I mean, I'm happy to do the car guard song if you guys want. Car guards in the USA. Where's it at? Did I not download it? Okay. Well, it's not here. I didn't download it. Library. Car guards in the USA. Here we go. Those car guards in the USA.
From Jersey to Jersey, Pretoria to
Tennessee.
Pack up the bucky, man.
Ooh, pack up the bucky.
Guards arrive. Ba-da-da-da-da. They cross the ocean with a suitcase dream, escaping blackout nights and a failing scheme. Touchdown wide-eyed under neon glow. Yeah, I mean the lights stay on all night long. From Cape Town flats to the Midwest snow. Learning fast where the cold winds blow. No more generators rattling in the dark. Now every street light shining in the park. Strong percussion rolling like the train of fate. New great trek through the departure gate. People mock them back across the sea, but now they live in large in Tennessee. Fike laugh and point the finger. Just car guard, she say with vigor. Simple people, no big degree, but the hustle talk louder than pedigree. Car guards in the USA, working hard every night and day. From the bright fire to the interstate, building new dreams in another state. Car guards in the USA, one section make the whole world sway. Skip to right past the FEMA line, now they sipping sweet tea, feeling fine. They said FEMA tents would be the scene. Rows of canvas on the TV screen, but them stories fade when the truth arrive. South Africans out there thriving alive. Apartments first, then houses neat. Pick up trucks parked down the street. Kids in school and bills all paid. Fresh new roots begin to get laid. Bore Mizeys dancing at the cookout flame, trying hard to pronounce Chick-fil-A names. Robots now are traffic lights, not little gadgets blinking at night. Bright smoke drifting through the air. Neighbors asking what you're cooking there. Biltong words and reggae beat. Bassline rolling down the street. Backies become pickup trucks. Still complaining about bad road luck. But compared to potholes back in Josie Town, this smooth highway never let them down. Car guards in the USA, turning struggle into better days. Laughing loud while the critics moan, making foreign places feel like home. Car guards in the USA, ANC tax base fade away. Every worker that depart the show leaves another crack in the old front door. Doctors, welders, coders too. Farmers learning something new. Not everybody drove the tractor line, despite what papers try to find. Some clean cars and guarded malls. Some answered business office calls. But every one of them came to survive, and now they're watching dreams arrive. Guards in the USA, rhythm of the new great track today. From Deville to Arkansas, still got Boer rhythm in the heart. Yeah! Car guards in the USA, hear the brass band proudly play. They said the migrants wouldn't last. Now the car guards getting the last laugh. Funny thing about survival, boss, never underestimate the people who know how to hustle.
Car guards in the USA. That's quickly becoming one of my favorites here. Car guards in the USA. I got a second win from that song, folks. I got a second win. Nev says an 18-year-old stabbed by Sikh in England. Okay, let me see that. Sounds like a week ago. Student was stabbed with a shish-star knife on a night out. As he lay bleeding, his attacker claimed he racially abused him, so police handcuffed him. Henry Novak choked to death in a puddle of his own blood under arrest for racism in Britain in 2025. That's old news. Crazy. The 18-year-old Southampton student at University of Henry has died of being repeatedly stabbed by 23-year-old Vikram Digwa. Being stabbed, police arrested Henry as Digwa claimed he had been racially abused. Henry then passed out and died in the street. Digwa was openly carrying a large 21-inch Shastar Punjabi for weapon in the sheath over his clothing. He also had a smaller Kirkpan ceremony knife under his clothes around his neck. Prosecutors noted that the smaller Kirkpan would satisfy Sikh religious obligations for carrying a blade, implying the larger one was not required for that purpose. Digwa claimed self-defense after a racist attack by a drunken Novak. His barrister urged the jury to keep an open mind, consider who initiated the action, and assess whether Digwa acted in the heat of the moment. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It's also happened months ago, so not new. Not new. Yep. He's charged with murder. And Novak had less than the drunk drive limit during a night out with his football team. A video of the incident was found on Mr. Novak's phone, which was discovered in Digwood. So not only did he murder him, he's also a thief. In the video, Mr. Novak can be heard saying, "Hello, car," and singing to himself before yawning, with the footage then cutting to show Digwood walking away from him. Novak says, "In it, bad man. What bad man? You're a bad man. Say you're going to bad man. Go on." He said, "I'm a bad man." Four stab wounds and a cut to his jaw, with two of the wounds in the back of his legs. Wow. So the trial is going on now. That's why it's getting attention. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Song about the extra 10,000. Should I do it? You guys want to make a song about the 10,000? What genre? What genre do you guys want? Tell me what kind of song you want. Extra 10,000. Trump opened the door. Give me some feedback. Sorry, my eyes are sore. Country, says Veroshka. Anybody else? I figured country was what it's going to be. Okay, let me start writing some lyrics while I wait and see. All right, let me get some lyrics up here. Okay, create. Okay, country. Okay, no soft rock. No, I hadn't thought about that. Board music beat. I don't know what you mean by that. All right, let me try this. All right, sorry about that. Took me a few minutes to think something up this time. I'm not perfect. It takes time sometimes. Let me get this going here. Lincoln Park. Quaggy, you missed the 10,000. The Trump administration sent a notification to Congress last night that they're increasing the cap from 7,500 to 17,500. All right, let's create. Okay, let's see what we get. Let's see what we got. Oh, here we go. It took a while for it to open up. Trump opened the door. It's coming up shortly. What a long day it's been. It's almost 24 hours for me now. Just 4 hours from that, 20 hours. You're welcome, Quag. Oh, they changed the title to Pretoria Stones. What the hell is that? Did they change my damn song? Okay, let's see.
Down in Pretoria, they were picking another fight, throwing stones at Washington on the evening news each night. They mocked the orange man from podiums and floors. Didn't know they'd push him till he opened up the door. Now there's suitcases lined up from Durban to the Cape. Families making plans that they swore they'd never make. 10,000 more leaving, saying we can't do this anymore. Funny how the backlash came when Trump opened the door. Trump opened the door, swung that old barn wide. Now the planes keep lifting off on another midnight ride. Human capital's fleeing, tax base receding, the GNU's bleeding right down to the core. What's Solomola gonna tell the people next? Can Cyril blame Afrikaners for another train wreck? And Fikele keeps talking like he's settling a score, while the whole damn country's changing, 'cause Trump opened the door. They sold the rainbow dream like salvation on TV, but too many graves are dug beside the poverty. Gangsters run the corners, corruption fills the halls, and state neglect keeps echoing through abandoned factory walls. Cyril says don't worry now, tomorrow's looking bright, but candles still replace the power nearly every night. No white men in management, they brag from marble floors, but black poverty ain't shrinking like they promised years before. Trump opened the door, swung that old barn wide. Now the farmers and the teachers all got one foot outside. Human capital's fleeing, tax base receding, the GNU's bleeding right down to the core. What's Solomola gonna tell the people next? Can Cyril blame Afrikaners for another mixed bags, 'cause Trump opened the door. How much can the gangsters in Parliament steal? How many fake fortunes dressed up as the real? How many young people gotta lose all hope before the whole damn nation runs clean out of rope? Mama says the country used to feel alive. Now every goodbye cuts like a knife. One more family headed somewhere north. One more flag folded up on the porch. Trump opened the door and the flood came through. For the tired and forgotten who just needed something new. South Africans fleeing the ANC, reeling things going from bad to worse way down south. The Rainbow Nation promised faded into pain. Too many mothers crying in the pouring rain. What comes next? Lord, nobody's sure. But history took a hard left turn the day Trump opened the door. Yeah, history took a hard left turn the day Trump opened the door.
That's pretty good. That's version 1. Version 2 coming up.
Down in Pretoria, they were picking another fight,
I like the voice.
throwing stones at Washington on the evening news each night. They mocked the orange man from podiums and floors. Didn't know they'd push him till he opened up the door. Now there's suitcases lined up from Durban to the Cape. Families making plans that they swore they'd never make. 10,000 more are leaving, saying we can't do this anymore. Funny how the backlash came when Trump opened the door. Trump opened the door, swung that old barn wide. Now the planes keep lifting off on another midnight ride. Human capital's fleeing, tax base receding, the GNU's bleeding right down to the core. What's old Lamola gonna tell the people next? Can Cyril blame Afrikaners for another train wreck? And VK keeps talking like he's settling a score, while the whole damn country's changing, 'cause Trump opened the door. They sold the rainbow dream like salvation on TV.
There is no link. I haven't published it yet.
But too many graves are dug
I like the
beside
first one.
poverty.
This one started well,
Gangsters
but
run the corners, corruption fills the halls, and state neglect keeps echoing through abandoned factory walls. Cyril says, don't worry now, tomorrow's looking bright. But candles still replace the power nearly every night. No white men in management, they brag from marble floors. But black poverty ain't shrinking like they promised years before. Trump opened the door, swung that old barn wide. Now the farmers and the teachers all got one foot outside. Human capital's fleeing, tax base receding, the GNU's bleeding right down to the core. What's old Lamola gonna tell the people next? Can Cyril blame Afrikaners for another train wreck? And VK keeps counting ghosts nobody's looking for, while the future packs its bags, 'cause Trump opened the door. How much can the gangsters in Parliament steal?
How many fake fortunes dressed up as the real? How many young people gotta lose all hope before the whole damn nation runs clean out of road? Mama says the country used to feel alive. Now every goodbye cuts like a knife. One more family headed somewhere north. One more flag folded up on the porch. Trump opened the door and the flood came through for the tired and forgotten who just needed something new. South Africans fleeing, the ANC reeling, things going from bad to worse way down south. The Rainbow Nation promise faded in Japan. Too many mothers crying in the pouring rain. What comes next, Lord? Nobody's sure. But history took a hard left turn.
I like
The
the
day
first
Trump
better.
opened the door. Yeah, history took a hard left turn. The day Trump opened the door.
I like the first one better. I need the image from it real quick. This is the first one.
Down in Pretoria,
Yeah, I like that
they
better.
were picking another fight, throwing stones at Washington on the evening news each night. They mocked the orange man from podiums and floors. Didn't know they'd push him till he opened up the door. Now there's suitcases lined up from Durban to the Cape. Families making plans that they swore they'd never make. 10,000
Yeah,
more
it's the one.
leaving, saying we can't do this anymore. Funny how the backlash came when Trump opened the door. Trump opened the door, swung that old barn wide. Now the planes keep lifting off on another midnight ride.
Okay, it's published.
Human capital's fleet.
All right, that song's published, so cool. Hopefully it'll come up on DJ Silver soon. So I'll post asking the government to not allow something that we need people to stay and rebuild. Rebuild what? They don't have jobs. People are denied jobs. That's just stupid. Yeah, who would say that stuff? Idiots. All right, guys. Cool. That's it. I'm done for the night. Thanks. Went longer than I said it would, a full hour, so I was going to knock off half an hour. So have a good night, and I'll see you on Wednesday, because I know it's Wednesday already, but it's time for me to hit the rec. It's been almost 24 hours. Cheers. Thanks. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done it already. 162 people hit it. That's a start. Bye-bye.